You know, when I started, I had a grass. I literally went to Lowe's and bought one of them buckets, pampas grass. It was in a 5-gallon bucket, or maybe it was a gallon bucket. I don't even know. But whenever I bought it, we put it in the ground, and I was watching YouTube like everybody else does, and they're like, "Oh, you can divide that stuff." Okay, well, we wanted to divide our stuff, and we started dividing it, and then we noticed that about every 2 years, whatever you have will double, triple in size, and you can divide that again. And now we have pampas grass literally all over our property. If you ever want any pampas grass, message me below. You have to subscribe and pay for shipping. But guys, we want you guys to see that there is so many different ways that you can plant things, and you don't have to spend a ton of money on whitetail habitat. Okay, there is a bunch of different places, a bunch of different people out there. Whitetail habitat, oh, we don't make a whole lot of money off of our seeds, and we don't do this or we don't do that. I got news for you guys. It's 2024. Nobody's doing anything for free anymore. So if they sell something, somebody's making money somewhere. Okay, so my thing is the normal guy, the guy that can't afford, I was about to say poor guy, okay, guys like us, okay, that can't afford to go out and spend $200-300 for that nice wall. Now, I get it. It's nice. It really looks good, and, it's great. The only time you see it is when you're in the woods, and in all honesty, the deer, if you have something like this that they can't see through too much, all they're looking for, guys, is something that is, decently thick. Okay, this has been here. I said a year, I think, but I think this has been here for 2 years. Okay, look how big it is. It's only going to get bigger and bigger. Okay, so you plant. I can literally divide this into 3 or 4. After 2 years of those 4 being in a row, you dig them up, you divide them again, you put 4 more. After that, you just keep doing it until you get your property the way that you see the deer moving in and out, what they want to eat, what they don't want to eat. But our biggest thing at Whitetail Vid, sorry, I touched the gate, and that's what the camera's hanging on. The biggest thing with Whitetail Vid is we want you guys to be able to do things and not spend a ton of money. Okay, that is our biggest thing. Freedom Scents. That's the reason why we've partnered with them. Not only are they a veteran-owned company selling scents, but they're selling their scents at such a cheap price, guys. It's crazy the amount of money. They're not sponsoring this channel or anything. We're just they did give us some scent last year. We tried it out for them, and we've been posting videos. You guys see how it works. But back to the the trees and all the different stuff. The green, the giant arborvitaes. They love those, and if you plant one, like I said, they don't hit it in the summertime too much, if any at all. So you got that whole summer. Those things are just, spring, summer. They're not going to hit it because, man, I'm sorry, I'm going to make you guys sick. They're not going to hit it because, guys, they have so much other stuff to eat. They're not going to eat a cedar tree or a green arborvitae. They're not going to eat a cedar tree anyway. I'm looking at that thing right now, a bunch of them. And they're not missing any limbs. They're brown, and I guarantee they hurt. But the biggest thing is throughout the winter time, what are they eating? Okay, everybody's like, oh my gosh, we put out the mineral, we put out this. We really want to grow some giant bucks. We want to grow all these deer, and we just didn't have anything this year. We don't know why. And believe it or not, because the deer didn't grow a rack that was that big or didn't get any bigger from this year to that year, it may not have been what you gave him in the spring. It may have been how bad his body condition was prior to that spring. If he bred, a ton of does over that winter and just really got down, and you had nothing on your property to eat, so, he had to walk, 2-3 miles to the nearest corn pile to get food, his body was run down, okay? All I'm saying is you plant a couple of these, and what I like to do, I'll be honest with you, what I like to do the most is go to Lowe's or go to Home Depot whenever they got, at the end of the year, they've got all these plants on sale, okay? And you can buy them, and you don't have to plant them out to make your property look good. It's nothing like that, okay? You could take one of these green arborvitaes, you could cut the top off of it, and it will bush out like a big bush, okay? You could plant that thing out in the middle of a field somewhere, and it will get bigger and bigger and bigger, and you give them something to eat throughout the wintertime, all right? The whitetail deer, they have to have some type of greens, okay? We feed our whitetail deer in the pens, we feed them alfalfa throughout the winter. They got to have that cud to chew on, and it keeps them healthy, guys. So if you don't know that much about whitetail deer, or you would like to learn more, message the page, message us, subscribe to the page. We'd be happy to talk with you guys and show you different things that you can do on your property. Not only are we not going to charge you anything, but we want you to have the best property, the best habitat for the whitetail deer that you can possibly have, guys. This is very I'm very, I guess, energetic in this conversation, because I love to build habitats and make it to where people, they can take a property that has nothing on it, or is they have never seen big deer, or they've never, they're just or getting into hunting, okay, and they have no clue on what to do, okay. So the biggest thing is food, okay. They got to eat, okay, just like you and me. They got to eat, they got to sleep. Where are they sleeping? What are they sleeping in? Okay, we clear cut a bunch of stuff so we could plant food plots. We took all that brush and stuff and we piled it in the woods, piled it against stuff. We made other walls around things and made, pinch points where deer, we literally have taken a piece of property and made it a self-sustaining property, okay? We got a 3-acre lake. I got cameras all around the lake. I can tell you right now that the biggest thing with whitetail deer during the day is they're not going to walk out and just get a drink out of your lake. Most of the time, unless they got EHD, they're not going to just walk out and eat in your food plot in the middle of the day. I mean, they have to be so comfortable that it would be crazy. So we'll talk a little bit about that. We're going to move on and show you a few other things.